A glorious era in the history of aviation has come to an end. Officially, its curtains down for the Boeing 747. After more than 50 amazing years, aircraft manufacturer Boeing has ended the production run of its 747 jumbo jet. The current 747, known as the 747-8, was announced back in November 2005 with the first cargo version delivered in August 2011. The passenger versions of the 747 were retired from commercial fleets years ago, while the cargo version of the plane continued to fly. The 1744th and the last Boeing 747 will be delivered to cargo carrier Atlas Air early next year. Before that, it will be flown by a Boeing test pilot and painted for one last time. Today, we take a look at the history of this majestic aircraft that was affectionately referred as Jumbo Jet and the Queen of the Skies. But before that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to One India. No other aircraft in the entire world has had a majestic and regal charm as Boeing 747. The 747 was Boeing's first twin-aisle airliner, dubbed the Jumbo Jet because of its spacious cabin. The design was developed in the late 1960s, spearheaded by engineer Joe Sutter. It still towers over most other planes that are being manufactured even today. This long-range and wide-body airliner has taken on numerous roles as a cargo plane, a commercial aircraft capable of carrying nearly 500 passengers, and as the Air Force One presidential aircraft. The aircraft's second deck gave it a distinctive hump which had earned it the nickname the Whale. The 747's tall towers were as tall as a 6-story building. When it was introduced, the plane's 225 feet length dwarfed existing airliners. It was so enormous that to construct it, Boeing had to build a new 200 million cubic foot assembly plant in Everett. Boeing had conceived the aircraft in the mid-1960s when it was designed to be the next step up from the similarly 4-engined and widely popular Boeing 707 passenger jet. With demand for air travel on the rise, the Boeing 747 offered airlines greater seating capacity, increased range and extra room for luxuries such as onboard lounges and bars. It had taken more than 50,000 Boeing employees less than 16 months to churn out the first 747. The first flight of the 747 took place on February 9, 1969, with the first delivery following in 1970 to the now defunct Pan Am Airlines. At the time, Pan Am was the powerhouse airline and the image of the iconic jet became synonymous with air travel to exotic places. Pan Am used the first 747 for its flight from New York to London on 22nd of January 1970. The 747's expansive interior has been repeatedly compared to a living room, complete with large easy chairs and space to stretch one's legs. A spiral staircase led to the upstairs lounge with space for a bar. The lounge was originally intended to be a place where flight crews could take a break, but Pan Am recommended a first-class passenger area instead. Pan Am's advertising from that early era shows the plane's economy section comprised 3 spaces appointed like living rooms, each with its own movie system. Being on the 747, the airline said, was like being on a cruise ship. The final 747 that rolled out of Boeing's assembly plant in Everett in Washington is a cargo freighter, the 747-8 variant, destined for Atlas Air. That might seem like an odd end for a fabled airliner, but in many ways, the 747 indeed sprang from plans for a massive military transport jet, a contract that Boeing did not win. Still, the company kept cargo in mind as it designed the new jet, including the ability to receive freight by hinging its cone-shaped nose. Importantly, Boeing used the advanced high bypass engine technology considered for the military plane to lift the immense new airliner into the skies with hundreds of people on board. And since then, it never looked back. But now its reign is finally over, and very soon the Queen of the Skies will no more fly and rule the sky. This was all about this gigantic and majestic aircraft carrier, the Boeing 747. We hope you would like this new video. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.